Okay. Hello and welcome to today's live stream. We're so excited to have you and so excited to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is social media and marketing. Do me a favor, if you could, just put a little note in the captions or the comments below and let us know where you're joining from. Well, upbeat music, ready to rock. Welcome. It looks like we already have 10 people joining us. So please let us know where you're coming from in the comments below. We are almost ready to get kicked off and ready to go. We are just a minute behind schedule, but we will be seeing you very soon. Take that minute to let us know where you're joining from. We are back in the station. We are back open, and it feels so good. just to get back into the swing of things, just to be in the store again, to have customers joining us. It's a very good feeling. So I want to say hello to a few folks that are joining us. We have now, this is a huge milestone. It is now international, as we have our first ever viewer from India. So welcome. It's so awesome that you're here. Jim Summers, keeping the streak alive in Wadsworth on this second Monday of the week. Hope you are doing well, my friend. So with everybody here, I want to just jump right into today's presentation and introduce my friend and our guest for the day. How are we doing, Isaac?
Great. I'm super excited to get going with this.
Excellent. So Isaac and I have known each other for a very long time. We've gone to conferences together. We actually, at one point, were in the same market, and we kind of developed this community over competition mentality where, we decided early on that there was no customer that was more important than our friendship. And that friendship has kept on now for, so many years. So
yeah,
I'm so excited to have you on here. I'm so excited to jump into this presentation. So tell us a little bit about you, your business, and what we're going to talk about today.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I have a small studio here in Ashland, Ohio. We primarily focus on high school seniors, but then we are now expanding into family portraits and then business commercial work. So we've been doing this for about going on 7 years now. And we're a full service studio. I mean, we focus on, fine art prints and books and all the other stuff that's physical. And we kind of try to stay away from the digital and really coach our clients to understand the value in that. And so, that's pretty much it. I mean, is keeping it simple. I recently shaved off my beard, so that's new.
That's what someone just said. Someone just said in the comments, Isaac coffee shaved.
Yeah, now you can see all the double chins. You know what I mean?
And then Jen says, Isaac. So everybody is excited, just as excited as I am for you to be on and talking about, what are we talking about?
We're talking about Instagram, how to turn it into a money-making machine.
Excellent. So I want to just jump right into it. I want to let you take it from here, and then I'll follow up with a few announcements towards the end. And if any questions come up, I'll throw them up on the screen and interrupt you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Let's do this.
Yeah.
We should probably share your screen instead of mine.
That works. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited to talk about this, guys. Instagram is a huge part of my business. And so what I want to share with you today is the steps I take to essentially turn it into a lead generator, which doesn't sound as sexy as money-making machine. So that's why we went with that. Sounds like an aggressive title, but I promise that's exactly what it is. So what we're going to be talking about today are these 5, I didn't number them, so I had to quickly count there. These 5 points of why you should care about Instagram, what kind of things should you post, how to automate it, making it super easy for you to be reached by your potential clients, and then also some general simple tips that I didn't really have a category for. So if you're not on your phone watching right now, if you're on your computer, pull out your phone and go ahead and on Instagram, follow my account so that I can see who's with us today. And also I will follow you back. I love connecting with photographers and just having this, like TJ said, the community mindset, because I'm all about sharing and being there for everyone. So also, I went ahead and made a downloadable link for these slides that I'm going to be sharing today. So in case you guys, there is going to be a decent amount of information. So I wanted to make this available for you guys to download the slides from today. So there's the link. I'm going to share it again at the end. It looks like TJ shared it here in the.
We're good to go.
Thanks, buddy.
All
right. So first point, why should we care about Instagram? And when I go through these points here that I'm going to make, is it's not essentially here's what you need to do to get your next client from Instagram. It's going to be more about what's the roadmap I can take to build my Instagram or have my Instagram ready to start getting clients. And so here's why you should care. And maybe some of you know some of this stuff. So I want you guys to stick with me. Some of the things I'm going to share might sound rudimentary, but I promise you there's some solid points here that you can more than likely get an awesome takeaway. So stick with me. But here's why we should care about Instagram. I'll wait for TJ to share my screen. There we go. So Instagram has hit over 1 billion users, and 500 million of those are on Instagram daily. And it's crazy. You can actually go further and look up the stats for how much time they're spending. And it's crazy the amount of time people are spending on Instagram. So 500, well, actually right there, I got 53 minutes per day on average. With that many people, so you have that many people spending almost an hour per day on Instagram. It just makes sense. And in this chart here, you'll see how many men and women, it's pretty close to even. You'll see the different age ranges, like how many men and women in those age ranges are on Instagram. But, and I didn't plan on talking too much about this, but essentially the value in looking at this chart is to understand, is my client there? Is my client hanging out there? My clientele are going to be younger people. We're going to have the teens, you know, the ages 16 to 18. And then we're going to have the parents of those teens, which are going to be ages like 35 to 50, upwards of 60 sometimes. So Instagram is kind of definitely a sweet point for us where we find a lot of our clients. And that's the biggest thing. Like I said, and not to bore too much with this chart, I'm not going to show much more data than this, but I want to point that out is Instagram is such a powerful tool that so many people are on. So again, maybe you already know this, maybe you're already rocking it, or maybe this is the first time you're hearing this. So definitely important. So let's jump into it, jump into the meat of this. So here's essentially what you might want to post. Pictures, obviously, that's a pretty obvious one. But I want to show you guys some other ones that you're not utilizing yet. And that could be videos. That's another kind of basic one, but videos, carousel posts, I'm going to break those down for you. IGTV, which is kind of newer. It came out, I can't remember when it came out, but it is newer. And then Insta stories and live videos. I'm going to break these down. Some I'm going to spend more time on than others because like Insta stories and live videos, those are kind of self-explanatory. We all pretty much know what those are, but I want to break down mostly carousel posts and IGTV. So first, Insta stories. Again, what's amazing about Insta stories, if you're not using these, you need to start using them because they have top of the app real estate, meaning as soon as someone logs into their Instagram, it's right there on top, like priority right there if you see that on the top. And then they don't have to be perfect. This is what I love about stories. I get the chance to post stuff that's not completely final or like in progress kind of work or just silly stuff from behind the scenes or whatever. So that's the thing is Instagram stories don't have to be perfect. It allows you to build that connection and be raw with your followers.
And I think that's a really important point there. And that's one thing I've even tried to do with the Pixel Connection Instagram is it's like almost front stage, backstage, you know, front stage, everything is on brand, color, toning. It is focused on the cameras or announcements. And then backstage, the stories is going to be more of the everyday type of thing. If it's not on brand, it doesn't go on the front stage. That's all backstage stuff. 100%.
Absolutely. And that backstage stuff is just as important to developing the brand. And that's why, again, I wasn't diving too much into the branding aspect of Instagram, but that for sure is super important and why Insta stories would be a valuable thing to start posting if you're not yet. If you go follow me at Coffee Creations, you'll see like, I think yesterday I shared just this silly thing I found out when you listen to the Star Wars playlist on Spotify. It has a lightsaber as the play progress bar. It's amazing. I shared that stupid, silly little thing. I said, you guys need to go check this out. And then I immediately shared something related to my business. And so it's just fun, random stuff that kind of builds connection with those clients or those potential clients and your followers. So then again, you're just building a relationship and it only exists for 24 hours. Like I was saying, it's not there forever. It's very not permanent at all, very temporary. Live videos. This is something I don't personally do very much until recently. I'm getting more into live videos. But the thing about live videos is those get priority over regular stories. Meaning if you see this little screenshot right here, Gary Vee was live when I was taking this screenshot. Live videos immediately get priority to the front of the line. They don't just get buried in this huge line of stories. They go straight to the front. And so people are more likely to just kind of click in and be like, oh, I wonder what this is about. So live videos are awesome because they get that priority and people can see you immediately. I think that's, oh yeah, this is the rawest content you can do. That's the point I wanted to make. If you really want people to get to know you, get to know your brand, going live, it just puts you right in front of them. And there's no chance for you to just reshoot whatever you wanted to share or whatever. It's just there. Now it's very important to plan your live videos. If you're going to go live, have an intention, have a plan for what you're going to talk about or what you're going to do. Maybe it's a little shoot, like you're doing a shoot and you want to do behind the scenes live video. Have a plan, but live video is awesome because it's just another way for people to engage. Like we have here, people are commenting on this video and saying, they're saying, comments, and we're able to respond to them. Like TJ responded in Periscope. I can see here. He said, "Be right back," and he's going to open up Spotify and check out that cool
playlist,
feature.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I want to point out too, a couple things with the live is the notification that goes out. So I just went live just to talk about like our COVID-19 kind of changes in the store. And because I was on another device in my personal account, I got the notification, hey, Pixel Connection just went live. Like you're not going to get that Instagram notification with, a story necessarily. You might get it grouped together at the end of the day or different parts of the day saying these people, added to their story. But with live, it's right now. And like I'm at live, like I instantly within like 2 or 3 seconds of starting that live, I had 6 people, boom, already there. So if you look at how Instagram, what they were based on and what they started was in the moment. So they're always going to cater to that content that is in the moment.
Yeah, Instagram is very much about the raw and the real content. And so live videos just definitely help that out with bringing you to the front lines, which I shouldn't use that term nowadays during this time, but brings you to the front of the batch. So more people are going to be able to see and engage with you. So let's talk about the less known things, the less known or less utilized. So carousel posts. This is a friend of mine, Susan Grace. She's a photographer out of New Jersey. Great photographer, specializes in a lot of dancers and just phenomenal. So that's her Instagram handle actually. But this was fun because I was grabbing the screenshot and I was scrolling through and I noticed one thing. If you at the bottom here, right below the photo, you notice there's 2 little ticks. I didn't like her photo. So you can see right there that I didn't heart her photo. I didn't like it. So what happened was Instagram prioritized that post from Susan and I saw it a second time, but it moved her photo forward. So meaning that I saw her first photo, didn't like it, didn't interact with it. And then the next time I logged into Instagram, it showed me her second photo. And so if you guys don't know what I'm talking about here, again, I jump on my feed. Hopefully it'll play fine. I think it will. There we go. I jumped on my feed just to show you. I've got a couple Instagram carousel posts that if you could just swipe through and see other photos inside those. And on the right there, the screenshot, those are all the icons that show carousel posts. So if you want to go check out my Instagram, look for one of those and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, the huge thing about this that I want to point out, if you're not catching it yet, this is amazing. You potentially have a chance to have your posts seen a second time. If someone didn't engage or interact with them yet, they have the potential to be seen again. And that's huge because essentially how I'm doing all my posts now, almost all my posts, not every post. Don't call me out on that. How I'm doing most of my posts now on Instagram is it's almost always 2 photos so that I have the chance again that people will see my second photo in the carousel. Another friend of mine, Logan Deddy, I think he spoke at Pixel Photo Fest last year. I don't know if he's speaking this year, TJ, or not, but you gonna chime in.
He was here last year. Yep, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, Logan Deddy, if you look him up on Instagram, Logan Deddy, Detty, he's starting to do carousel posts where the first one is a picture and then the second one, if you swipe, is a video, which is really stinking cool. So definitely check that out if you want to see another example of how it can be used. Carousel posts are huge. Definitely start trying it out. I just started testing it to see if my engagement went up, and it's kind of all over the map. I can't say for sure that my posts are getting more engagement because I'm doing carousel, but I'm okay taking that risk because it's literally no risk other than posting a second photo. So,
yeah. And I've been doing it for a couple months now, and I see a huge jump. Like my last post was 4 images, and I got about 20% more than the one that only had the 1 image. So
awesome.
Again, I see a huge change when I do the carousels. So I'm doing that more and more as well.
Yeah, and beyond the point of people having a second chance to see your photo, people love stories and visual storytelling, right? As photographers, we're storytellers. That you guys have heard that term. I know this isn't like new stuff for you, but if you think about carousel posts in that way, that you can tell a visual story, then people are going to be interested to start swiping through it. Even if it's the first time someone saw it, it's not that second round. It's the first time. People love scrolling through. I personally love it. I've seen people utilize it for close-up, so you can see more detail, where it's the full image on the first one and then a close-up on the second. There's tons of ways you can utilize this feature.
And also too, when you do something like that, we noticed we did Instagram post about the GFX, which is a medium format camera that has a ton of resolution. So we did one wide and then one zoomed in. And then in the caption, the call to action was swipe over to see the zoomed in image. And you're telling the algorithm, they're not just going by it. The person is stopping. They're making an action to do it. So that means that they are interacting. There is engagement with this post. So again, that's one thing that we've noticed at the store level that has been really useful. And Isaac, we do have some questions that came in. Is this about posting multiple photos, or is there an option to prioritize the photo from a post? So I think the question is, can you prioritize which one you see first?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of it's a matter of the order you post. So when you go to post, and actually, let me just quickly grab it, TJ, if you don't mind making my camera big. Let me just show you guys. And this is. I wasn't planning on doing this because, so bear with me. I don't have like a ton. I'll just use a bunch of photos of my son. So when you go to post to Instagram, so let me see if the camera will focus. There we go. You go to post to Instagram, you click one photo and there it is. Sorry, it's focusing on my face. There we go. So as soon as you go to post multiple, and I know, sorry guys, this is rough. Bear with me. You post multiple, whatever first photo is picked, that's the one. Seeing my face again. That's the one that's going to be first. So as you start clicking other photos, it's going to show the order. And these little, I know you can't see it from my screen or from my camera, but these little blue icons are numbers. So you can see which one's number 1, which one's number 2, 3. So you can make sure you select which one you want to be seen first and second, and you choose the order. It's very simple to use.
And then if you accidentally screw up and you're like, oh, I want this one to be first, if you just click where the number is, it'll then take your number 2 will now be your number 1. So you can uncheck and recheck to get them in that certain order. I will note though, it's going to keep them the same aspect ratio, I believe, correct, Isaac?
Yes.
It has to be the square, I believe the square.
If that's one thing, and I didn't plan on doing this and showing you guys a full tutorial of how to do this, but you can force it. If your first photo is a portrait, meaning, longer on the sides than, you guys know what a portrait photo is. If it's a portrait photo, you can click the cropping icon and it'll make all of the following photos portrait mode where it fills. I always do that. If you go and look at my Instagram feed, you'll notice every single carousel post is filling as much of the screen as I can. And so that's important. I don't make my first post or first photo a square. I always make it a portrait so that I'm utilizing all the screen space I can take.
100%. Great tip there as well. Another question that we had come in, can one post from a computer yet?
Yes, I'm going to be showing that. So stay tuned for that, Mike. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. There's 2 different ways. Both are free. One's a paid option or like it has a premium version or whatever. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it because this is huge, saving time, making more money. You guys know the drill. Yep.
Awesome. We're going to get to that. Love it.
All right. So next, let's chat about IGTV. If you are not utilizing this yet, you guys need to get on this. This is video is king nowadays. So IGTV is built-in video for Instagram, and I am loving it. I'm new to it, so again, I'm learning a lot of this stuff and growing with you guys. So I'm on the journey. But IGTV, if you don't know where it is, this screenshot here is showing my profile, and that second icon, if you just scroll down to my feed where you see all my photos, that second icon is IGTV. In my feed are these different, you'll see the icons, the little top right icon. That means it's an IGTV post. And then the second screenshot there on the right is what IGTV looks like. So what's amazing about this is IGTV are video files, videos that can be longer than 1 minute. If you're posting a video to your Instagram, just a plain Instagram post, it can only be a minute long. IGTV can be longer, but the cool part is you can share all of those things you see on the left screenshot there. Those just look like normal photos. My astronaut one, the top right astronaut photo, You can adjust the thumbnail. I didn't do it before I took the screenshot, but you can adjust the thumbnail to make it look like an actual photo in your feed, so people are interested in clicking on it. And then it shows the video, or it jumps right to your IGTV, opens it up. Now, here's some ideas in case you're like, okay, well, I don't know what I would do on IGTV. Here's some ideas. Do some fun behind the scenes. Maybe you make like a series. You can make series on IGTV. So there's so many features. I know I'm not trying to do like a full tutorial here, but you guys check it out. You can do like a behind the scenes series where you share different shoots, vlog style. You do a bunch of different clips from a shoot, just show them behind the scenes. Or maybe you do some really cool styled shoot and you show off the props, the costumes, the makeup. You do it all and make a behind the scenes video. Share that to your IGTV. Fun tips and tutorials. Maybe you want to teach your clients how to pose better for selfies. That's something I'm going to be creating very soon to share to mine. And you can do that. Or maybe you're a photographer that likes teaching photographers. Share some fun like lighting tips and other things like that. Meet the team, even if it's just you. Do a fun little video where it's just like, hey, here's me, here's the things I love. Maybe here's my family, whatever you want to share, just a little fun, meet the team. If you have multiple people working for you, maybe do a series. Again, a series where it can all be in one place. Product samples, maybe you print your own stuff, show off the book, show off the different products you have, do a studio tour. People love seeing this stuff, guys. If you're thinking, you're like, oh, that sounds like I'm just trying to advertise or annoy people with my pushing products or so on and so forth, I promise you will not. People will love to see how the sausage gets made, for lack of a better way. So here's just a few tips. You can definitely make them more polished than your stories because they're going to be housed on Instagram for a while. They're not just 24 hours. They're full-on posts. Fit them to the platform. Hello, vertical video. So if you are like me, when vertical video started becoming a thing, it was extremely cringy. And it was like, oh, man, I don't want to do this. Turn your phone sideways. Just lean into it. Build your content for the platform. And what I mean by that, if you go and look on my IGTV, actually that photo of the astronaut, that is an entire vlog style video. When I did a shoot out in Vegas, I shot the entire thing with my Lumix camera turned on its side. It was completely turned on its side. And I know I'm going to get some haters here going like, oh, gross. But I shot it for the platform. I specifically wanted this video that I was shooting to go onto IGTV. So I shot it for the platform. And if you can use your phone, so don't feel like you need to use a camera and edit and go crazy with it. You can definitely use your phone, but people are holding their phones like this. They're holding their phones like this to make them go like this. It sounds silly, but I promise you it's an inconvenience and most people are not going to do it. So if you shoot your video for this style of holding, you're going to get just much better engagement and just people wanting to see it. And then the last thing is just you create a good looking thumbnail. What I mean by that, super fun. You can upload a separate thumbnail, just like if you guys have ever posted a video to Facebook or even YouTube, you can create a custom thumbnail and upload it. So that's what people see instead of like this random like video capture where it's just like you in the middle of saying something. You can create a custom thumbnail. And what I use, if you look on mine, I use final photos from those shoots. So again, going back to the astronaut one, if you see the astronaut, that's a final photo, but you don't see that photo at any point during the video. That was a final photo from the shoot we did. And so I created that as a custom thumbnail. And when I uploaded my IGTV, I posted that photo. So it creates a very interesting look. So that right here, you'll see I did a proposal for a cousin of mine. That was a final photo from the sneaky proposal photos I took. The entire thing was just filmed with my phone and a GoPro. So video definitely did not look good, but the photo did. So yeah, definitely create great thumbnails for your IGTV. Hopefully you guys are getting this. I apologize if I know it's a lot of information, but utilizing IGTV, you're gonna see people engaging with their profile more, and you're creating content that people want to ingest. Video is huge nowadays.
And I just wanted to point out, as far as like the vertical video, as far as where that's going, there's cameras now that have that built in, where you actually choose the vertical video aspect ratio in the camera menu, and it allows you to record it just like that. Now, you could just put your camera on the side like Isaac did, but that is the direction that it's going. And even the editors, I just checked the editor that I use, LumaFusion, And when you create a project, you can just create it as a vertical video. Like that's already built in there. So it's not that hard. I took our video that we posted this morning about our update, and I just changed the aspect ratio on it. And it's actually, I stood in the center of the camera and I talked, and I'm like, this is actually going to be super easy now to make that into original content for the platform. Because anytime you can create original content on how the platform was meant to be used, it's going to just do better. So like posting a YouTube video on Facebook is not going to do as well as going and using the Facebook Creator Studio in order to create and upload a video to the platform. So it's the same thing with this, you know, making that vertical video, it's just going to do so much better.
Yeah, and I think that's a solid point. Maybe some of you are watching this going like, oh gosh, now I have to shoot something for Facebook now and shoot something for Instagram. If you're looking to get more into video, you don't have to. Like TJ was saying, if you frame your video right, like so if I just take this video right here, and if I stood more in the middle frame, I could crop the video to a vertical ratio and it'll be fine. Sorry, I got away from my mic. Hopefully you can still hear me. I could crop the video to be vertical. So there's ways around it to make it easy, because I don't want you guys to feel like it's like stressful. I will say this: if you go check out my Facebook and Instagram, you'll find a video on there. We're doing a $1,000 portrait giveaway, and I actually filmed the video 2 separate times, but it's the same content, same shots. I just did it twice because I wanted to make sure that each of them looked great for the platform. Now the video is only like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes or so. So it wasn't hard. I highly encourage you guys, if you're making something quick like that, just shoot it for the platform, shoot it for Instagram TV, shoot it for Facebook, wherever the video is going to be housed, make sure it's native. And actually that's a point I'm going to make at the end here about native content.
Cool.
All right. So automating, sorry, kind of skip forward. Automating it. Here's a huge thing. So being consistent and active on social media is far more important than the follower count you have. And with that, right, consistency takes time. And that's extremely hard and annoying to do on your phone. And so I want to show you guys how, and not to mention, it takes a lot of time. So time is money. Let's talk about automation. So Facebook has now built in a way to post to Instagram from your browser, from your Facebook page. And here's the deal. I'm going to show you, I'm literally going to walk you right through how to get to it. I'm not going to do, again, I'm not going to do a full tutorial, but this essentially will cover it. If you're wanting to know how to do this, you're going to go on your Facebook page, and you have to have your Facebook page connected to your Instagram. If you don't know how to do that, just Google connect Facebook page to Instagram. It'll explain how to do it. But if you go over to your publishing tools along the top there, so I'm on my Facebook page here, it'll pop up a different window, Creator Studio on the left side. It's going to open up a window for posting to Facebook, but if you see, there's a little Instagram icon right at the top there. Click that. Boom, right there. Create Instagram feed. So it's asking where you want the post to go. Do you want to upload just a regular post to your feed, or do you want to upload it in IGTV, which is actually how I upload my IGTVs. I have a Windows computer and I have an iPhone. Things don't play nice as far as easily transferring videos and files. So I like to easily, so I don't have to mess around with Dropbox or Google Drive. I just go on my Facebook, I upload to IGTV straight from there. Makes it very easy, especially if you have an IGTV that's longer than 5-6 minutes. It's going to start getting up there in file size. I don't want that on my phone. I don't want to waste my space on my phone. So great way, but use it for regular feed posts too. You know, you can do you can do regular photos, you can do videos on your feed. You know, there's just a whole lot here, and that's literally it. It's so easy. So that's free. That's just built into Facebook and Instagram. But here's what I actually use. I don't use that platform other than for IGTV. I use Later. This is a software. It's free for one social profile like Facebook or Instagram, but I pay for it so I can post to both Facebook and Instagram. Again, I won't do a full walkthrough of it, but you guys can check it out. It's amazing. I love this software. Again, it's free for one account, but I just upload a bunch of stuff. It lets you rearrange your feed so you can like tell it when to post certain things, certain times. You can save hashtags. There's just a whole lot there. Again, that I won't break down. I don't want to bore you guys in case you're like, I already use this, or I use Hootsuite, or there's tons of platforms out there, but this is my absolute favorite from all the ones I've tested. and it's been working really well for me. So there's the link if you guys want to check it out. So making yourself easy to reach. So we're talking about Instagram being a money-making machine. If it's only where people go to connect or just see you, I shouldn't say connect. If it's just a place for them to go and see pretty pictures and there's no way for them to get a hold of you, it's just going to be lost. Your potential lead is going to be lost if they can't easily get a hold of you. So I want to show you guys this. I have my team member Andrew's Instagram here, and then my business Instagram. And we're just going to compare the followers. No, I'm kidding. He's sitting right next to me. He's sitting right next to me like, what the heck? No, I'm just kidding. We're not comparing followers. That's not what it's about. What I want you guys to take note here. Let me see if I can use my little mouse. I don't know. Can you see my, yeah, you can see my mouse. All right. So if you see the highlighted areas, I was able to put in my address and also this contact button. So these are huge. And you can, what's cool is you can see how many times people click those things, those buttons. It's awesome. Instagram lets you get as nerdy as you want to get. But in these buttons, essentially the address will help people map to my studio. And weirdly enough, plenty of people use it. If you don't have like a separate studio from your home and you don't want to put your home address on there, you don't have to. Don't feel like you have to. But it's a great way for people to reach me physically. But the contact button is awesome because I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure. Let's press it. Okay. If you press it, you can call or email me. So it opens up their phone. It immediately calls my phone. It opens up their email, immediately emails me. It makes it so easy for them to reach me. So it's not just lost leads. People need to be using this feature because it's again, so phenomenal. You do need to have your Instagram set as a business account, like I'm showing you here on the screen. Personal account will not let you turn those buttons on. But if you convert your Instagram to a business account, you can turn those on. Definitely use those. There's a whole slew of things actually, like insights and analytics and stuff. Definitely worth turning your Instagram into a business account. But I want to show you guys not only that, as far as reaching you or contacting you, but also making it easier for people to find information. And so what I mean by that is I use a software called Linktree. It's not a software, it's just an online platform. Linktree, I did use Link in Bio, which is made by Later. It's free also. But Linktree allows me to put specific links. So for example, Instagram, when you post a photo, so my $1,000 portrait giveaway, I can't put a link in the actual post. If I write my caption, it won't actually link to anything. It'll just have the URL there. And then someone will have to like write it down and then go to it. You can't copy and paste easily. Like it's a whole thing. So if you use one of these types of systems, then it's easy for people to find information. You can customize. I love Linktree because it's laid out there. So I've got my $1,000 portrait giveaway. I've got free prom and cap and gown sessions coming up very soon. And then I've got my website. So people can easily find the information they need. And on the posts, so if you guys can follow this, so I posted about the $1,000 portrait giveaway. I just put in the caption, I said, link in bio. Check the link in bio. And then if someone's interested, they'll go, okay, and click the link and they'll end up here where they can easily go, oh, I was learning about the $1,000 portrait giveaway. I want to know more. They click that button. So again, you're just helping people get to where they need to get to. And
too, I use a similar one and it's called Campsite. And it allows me to create just a URL. So when I say go to social.thepixelconnection.com, I can use it now for multiple things, but if you look, it's very similar to Isaac's here. And then I can also see analytics. So I know what I need to move to the top. If I see there's a bunch of people that are having to scroll down to find it, I'm going to move that content up. And also it allows you to have an unbranded look to your Instagram profile. So check out Campsite as well. That's the one that we use here at the Pixel Connection. And then I use on my other business accounts that I have because it just gives you this clean look and it allows you, that's the only link you have. If you're not over 10,000 followers, that's the only link that you have. So why not maximize it with things like I've done here? Or if you click on our Instagram account, you'll see where we have several. Like I just put the COVID-19 update on there. I just went through and added those as well.
Yeah, definitely. And essentially the way to look at it, if it's kind of hard to grasp or understand right now, the way to look at it, it's like a landing page. Essentially, if you're familiar with landing pages, it's just you're sending them there and then you're helping them know what to do next. I used to use link in bio. Actually, let me go back. In this screenshot here, you'll see my website. It just says right here, link in .bio/coffee creations. So I was able to make it a custom URL. And it looked like this. It looked like this screenshot here, where what's cool about this one is you can link specific photos. So it opens up this page that looks like that. The people would just click on that photo that you just told them to go to the link in bio. They'll click on that photo and then it'll direct them to the right website or the right URL. So that one's kind of like just a more visual version of what we're talking about, but there's plenty out there and they're awesome. There's ways to brand them yourself and use them or for free. Like if you use them for free, I don't pay for Linktree. I'm fine with their little logo at the bottom. I think it looks clean. I think if you pay, you get analytics. So definitely check them out. There's some awesome stuff out there. All right, let me just talk about some simple tips. These are the tips that I couldn't really fit into like one category. These are just some fun stuff just to understand or to definitely keep in the back of your mind as you're thinking through Instagram or you're thinking through your Instagram strategy. This is a big one. Just because you can cross post does not mean you should. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when you go to create an Instagram post, right down here, you can tell it to go straight to Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. Is anyone using Tumblr nowadays? I feel like that's an outdated thing. I don't know. Maybe it's still, I don't know. I've never been on Tumblr, so who knows? Anyway, you can click those little buttons and it'll share your Instagram post to those places. Now, here's the thing. Just because you could do it doesn't mean you should. I don't have any data to back this up, what I'm about to say. But my theory is that when you do that, the other place you're posting to is not going to prioritize that content. Meaning on Facebook, that's the most common thing I think people do. They share their Instagram straight to Facebook. What's going to happen there, not only is the caption going to look like your Instagram caption, because on Facebook it's going to say, if you tagged anyone, it's going to be like @CoffeeCreations, had so much fun hanging out with @CoffeeCreations, or I went to @ThePixelConnection and got this new camera. If you do that, it's not going to translate onto Facebook. And people on Facebook are going to be like, what the heck? Why do I care? Like, I don't know what that is. So, or even hashtags. Hashtags are not even relevant on Facebook. And
Right.
all of those are going to come from your Instagram to your Facebook. And it's just going to look jumbled. And honestly, it's going to look a little lazy. It's going to look like you didn't take the time to share natively to Facebook. You didn't care about your Facebook followers to give them the time to recreate, the caption for them.
And another thing too with Twitter, like if you check that box for Twitter and look at your Twitter account, it's just going to share a link to the image. It's not going to do a native image on there. So what I've done, because I don't really do a lot on Twitter enough to actually post on there, is I actually use a tool called If This Then That. So anytime that I post on Instagram, it'll automatically do an upload and do a native post in that, in Twitter, so that way people can see the actual image. But something like that where Twitter's like, no, get that weak sauce out of here. Like if you want to post a picture, come over to our app and we'll do it. So
it's like a punishment. Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah. And that's what's cool. The tools like Later, for example, later.com, that lets me put up a bunch of social profiles. So I can upload one image, create a general caption, and then modify that caption per platform. So for example, because most of my potential parents are on, my high school parents are on Facebook, I will modify the caption to kind of suit their language a little bit better. Where a good example is this giveaway I'm doing. I know I keep referencing it, but it's the perfect example for a lot of these things. The giveaway talks about saying you can enter the giveaway to win photos for your high school senior, or family photos, or portrait or business portraits. So I'm saying your senior on Facebook, and then on Instagram, I modify the caption to say win $1,000 for your senior portraits. And again, it's a small tweak, but I know where my audiences are hanging out, and I'm making sure that the captions reflect that. So if you use something like Later, it's so easy to just create those different captions for each profile or social profile. It'll natively upload to that place, and then the caption will reflect what makes sense there. So yeah, posting content natively, huge point there. Wait for TJ. Get back to my slides. Awesome. So posting content natively. I'm just bossing him around. What a jerk. What a terrible host or a guest I am. All right, point 2, tip 2, be authentic. I love this. Gary Vee shared this. This is actually, this whole thing you're seeing right here is a photo, one single photo on his Instagram. You guys have probably seen this. Maybe some of you are guilty of this, but where you break up all your photos and make it be like a whole gallery display on your Instagram. This is something that I'm not going to lie. When I see this done, if I come across a photographer that's doing that and I'm following them, I immediately unfollow them. And that sounds probably a little harsh, but you guys have to understand, you're not being social with your Instagram. It's not a place for you just to create a portfolio. You use a website for that. You want to post content that you want to post. Don't post stuff that you think you're like, oh, when someone goes to my full Instagram profile, then they'll see this beautiful display that looks all cool because it's all broken up photos. Post stuff that you want to post that looks good so you can engage with people and not just, again, use it as your profile. Number 3, doing it is 100% better than not doing it. This is huge. So I think a lot of people are hesitant about trying things like IGTV or going live on stories or going live and then doing stories. People get hesitant about that, but you can't get caught up in all those, like, I don't know if people are going to like it. I don't know if people are like going to literally like it or just like it in general. I don't know how, I don't like my face. I don't like this or that, but doing it is 100% better because it really does not have to be perfect. If you're treating it like it's your portfolio, what's going to happen is it's not going to feel genuine. If you just don't focus on those likes, you're going to be creating and just encouraging a profile that's real, authentic. I hope that makes sense. I know that's like a broad idea there, but huge. I see too many times that people are again caught up in what looks the good, what will ruin the feed, or so on and so forth. So that's all I've got for you guys. Again, if you want to download the slides, this is the link. I think TJ dropped it into the comments here.
I did.
Check that out, guys. I want you guys to have these slides. I don't spam. It's just you drop your email in. I'm not going to spam you with anything. Don't worry. I don't have anything to spam you with. If I did, I would, but no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So we did have some questions that did come in and some feedback. So let's start off with this question. Curious, when you use that posting platform for IGTV, do you also post the photos separate?
No, if I'm posting an IGTV that's related to a photo, like that astronaut one you guys saw, I'm posting the astronaut photo with the IGTV as the thumbnail. So if you go on your Facebook page, you guys go check this out, into the publishing tools, Creator Studio, all that stuff I showed you. If you go into there, you'll see there's a spot to upload the IGTV video and there's a spot to upload a custom thumbnail. That way, again, I can have an awesome photo on my feed that attracts people into clicking on the video, if that makes sense.
Excellent. And then another question that came in, does it have to be a live video, or can you record a video while out on a location and use it later? So this was when you were talking about IGTV.
Yeah, IGTV is cool because no, it doesn't have to be live. IGTV, that's like really weird to say. I don't like saying it. Instagram TV. Anyway, IGTV is just uploaded content. So it's just uploaded videos. If you go live on your Instagram story, you can then save it and post it as an IGTV, which is really cool because then live videos aren't wasted. Live videos are cool because they can sit on your Instagram for 24 hours after you go live and people can go view them. But you can save them and then repost them as IGTVs if you want to. You don't have to. It's not built into it, but it's a cool feature that you can do. Again, so you can make your content just have a little bit longer of a life term.
Life term?
Life cycle, longer life. I don't know. You guys know what I mean.
Karna, I just wanted to say hello to Karna. Facebook user says, loving all of this information. We had a Facebook user that had their mind blown, a little mind blown emoji, had no idea. I have hesitated to turn my IG account into a business account.
Yeah.
Maybe rethink this.
Yeah, so I think, Jim, what you're saying there, a lot of people hesitate about it because they get worried about the algorithm. They get worried about losing, like they think that their posts are not going to be prioritized like Facebook did to all of us. Here's the deal. Here's the thing I want to point out. I am, again, I might get some hate mail for this. I'm a fan of Facebook not prioritizing business pages. Now, here's why. Bear with me. You're gonna be like, what is wrong with this guy? Here's the deal. Because everything is free, like Facebook and Instagram, free to be on. Imagine if everything was still chronological and they didn't prioritize things like they do now. We would just see a crap ton of free ads, meaning businesses posting and not paying to advertise to us. And nobody wants that. Facebook as a whole, Facebook owns Instagram, as a whole does not want people to be completely flooded by ads. People are getting flooded by ads because people are paying for it, but that's not what they want to happen naturally. And so they're prioritizing that stuff. So if you change your business account, if you change your Instagram from personal to business experience, I haven't seen any drop in, I personally have not seen any drop in engagement. Other people might say otherwise. There was a weird algorithm switch, I think it was last year, where things dropped, but I think that was across the board. But again, I would prefer for businesses to have relative content that I'm interested in. And that means if I post something that people are wanting to talk about and share, it's going to naturally be seen by more people. If I post something that's not relevant or people don't care about, it's not going to be seen by people. And I think that's okay. It encourages us to build quality content.
Right. Sorry, and Instagram's done a really good job of, yes, it's not chronological and it's a pay to play, but you also have more tools as a business. I mean, you have the contact area, yes. You have the analytics to see, what content is working. You have the ability to create an ad and only target a certain demographic. So it's not like Instagram and Facebook are just being money hungry because they want the ad revenue. They're building better tools for businesses, just like the Creator Studio just got this huge update in order to give us more tools as businesses. It's the same thing. So I personally haven't seen a difference algorithmically for one, my personal account versus a business account. But honestly, like you said, I would much more follow along with you where you're creating a image of your authentic self, where you are creating, the Instagram feed that people actually want to follow.
Yeah, if you guys want some more insight or motivation on this, I highly encourage you guys to go follow Gary V. He's vulgar, so if that's something that offends you, then don't. But but he's really huge about that, being authentic, being real, and posting, what you think, posting what you think that you want to share, not what you think that people want to see. And that just reinstates the idea that you're posting quality content that's genuine and real to you. If you're passionate about it, people are going to get excited about it. I'm very passionate about senior photos. And so that's where I focused everything I posted. I focused everything that I do on senior photos. And I saw an increase in the high school age range, of my followers, which is potential leads. So it's huge because I'm passionate about that I saw I reaped what I sowed in a positive way.
Yeah. So then we did have a question come in. How often do you go back through your feed and archive old posts?
I don't. That goes back to the concept that you're posting or you're basing what you post on likes. So ruining the feed is a big term, a big phrase that people use all the time. I don't believe in such thing as ruining the feed. If something doesn't do well, that's okay. Because the deal is, someone might see that. So let's put this to an example. I've had video gamers come to my studio that we created some really nerdy but epic looking gamer photo. Most of my followers probably would not enjoy something like that, where they don't relate with that, I should say. Like, for example, I put one where the kid was holding out a controller like this and the controller was on fire. I think it's epic. He's not like a bulky looking dude. He's your stereotypical gamer, and I'm not hating on him. I loved this kid. It was so fun working with him. But what I'm saying is, when I post that, because we still haven't posted it yet, I don't think. When I post that, I personally don't think it's going to do that well, but that's okay because maybe some other gamer comes across it eventually. Maybe some other gamer comes across it and sees it and goes, "Wow, Isaac can make me look awesome and epic in my senior photos. I want him to do my photos or do my senior photos." So that's just, I don't go through and archive things because I went through at the very, very beginning when I was deciding to switch from posting personal things to moving it into coffee creation space where it was just all like senior stuff or whatever, I went back and archived random the classic food photos. Yeah, everyone was sharing those at the beginning of Instagram. So yeah. Yeah, Jim says I say he's vulgar like it's a bad thing. No, I wouldn't say vulgar is bad. He uses it strategically, I'd say, but I'm just saying Gary Vee is vulgar. In case that offends you, don't go there. But everyone else that doesn't care, you can go.
And then Jen says, do you know if you can do a multi-photo post carousel from Lightroom Mobile? And that is a hard no. So I did test it as well. I didn't think so. But if you select multiple images in Lightroom Mobile and then do the export, it doesn't allow you to do that. So you would have to save them to your camera roll to do that, or later you can do carousel posts.
Yeah.
So you would have to do it through later. So yep, not as of right now. He said, so Jim Summers said, have you seen an increase in followers and engagement? I don't know. I guess overall, have you seen, now that you're on brand, do you see consistent growth with your Instagram?
I would say I've seen consistent growth with everything that I've been doing that I just laid out for you guys. This is stuff I've started actively doing in the last year. I don't have specific numbers for you that I can say I saw this percent growth or this percent more engagement, this percent more followers. I don't have stats for you. I could go find it, and I'm happy to share that stuff. But it's one of those things that I am getting steady growth from doing these things and engagement. That's the thing, is people are starting to respond to my stories more. People are starting to comment on the IGTVs that I'm posting, because I'm encouraging those kind of things by just being active, being consistent. People expect it, and they know they can comment, and I'm going to comment back. And that's huge, definitely huge. So I know that wasn't like a solid answer, yes or no. I mean, I just don't know, Jim.
Excellent. Well, while you guys have your questions ready, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into just a few announcements. It is important today because we are back in the swing of things, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show. So what to expect? I want to share just kind of what to expect now that we are open to the public. And it's like I said, it feels so good that we've had customers come in, and it's exciting to finally get back into the swing of things. First and foremost, our facility is disinfected multiple times a day. So I actually have to go wash my hands right after this live stream, because we're doing it every hour, making sure that hands are clean, phones are clean, and making sure that we're doing our part to wash the doors, the cameras that you guys test, all that. We are making sure that we are staying super, super clean. Number two is the mask. So obviously, today I've actually kept the mask on for the entire live stream, because I don't want a customer to walk in and then, note that we're not like, hey, you said that all of your employees were wearing masks and now I don't see. So that's why I did the live stream with the mask, because I'm out here on the sales floor. So we do ask that you also wear a mask when you come in the store. Again, number one is for you guys to be comfortable during your shopping experience. So, if you don't have a mask, we have them available. But if you do have a mask, we ask that you do please wear that in the store. Also, we do have curbside pickup and shipping available. So if you need anything, you were able to, get that to you in other means, where if you don't feel comfortable coming in the store, don't feel like you have to. I also want to let you know, as of right now, we are still going forward with Pixel Photo Fest, and we have 4 really, really good speakers and 1 mediocre one that have already been playing. I'm kidding. Isaac is top notch. So we have our first 10 speakers have been announced, actually. So we have Vanessa Joy, Aaron Anderson, Jeff Carpenter, Isaac Coffey, Jen and Travis. We also have Brian Manier, James Schmelzer, Mackenzie Deakins, Melissa Hagen, and William Innes. Woo! A ton of amazing photographers that are top in their field. So if you want to come to Pixel Photo Fest, you can use the code LUNCHANDLEARN, and that will save you $100. So I think you're going to be hard pressed to get 3 days of intense instruction, hands-on, with the best in the industry for $99. I also want to let you know that we do have a weekly photo contest. So this week's contest is black and white, and all you have to do is follow us on Instagram at the.pixel.connection, and then share your entry with hashtag the Pixel Connection and hashtag PixelBW. That'll let me know that is the photo that you want to enter into the contest. And I also wanted to, we had a question that came in that says, does it have to be something that we shot this week? And no, it can be a portfolio image. We just want to see your work. We just want to inspire people to go through their images and find that, their favorite black and white and share it with the rest of the world. I also want to let you know that Tether Tools is doing 10% off until May 31st. We did an awesome live stream with them where they explained, live the tethering and their new wireless tethering solution, and everything is 10% off during the month of May. Another thing that we're doing until the end of May is we are raising money for local food banks. So 5% of your lens purchase goes directly to the Cleveland Food Bank. So, we go through, we record it, and then we write that check right to the Cleveland Food Bank. So if you've been thinking about getting that new Sigma art lens, or maybe that new long lens to get a picture of the eagles or the foxes, whatever it is, now's the time to do it because it will help those families in need. And then if you're in need of additional help, we do have our virtual one-on-one. So if there is a certain topic that you just want to go through and learn a little bit more about, you want to be more hands-on, we can absolutely do that via a one-on-one. We create the class around you and your needs, and we make sure that the right person is in there to do the teaching. I want to let you know what's going on the rest of the week. So tomorrow I have my friends Brian and Jack joining us to talk a little bit more about the L-Mount Alliance. I'm excited about the L-Mount Alliance. I worked for Panasonic for a couple years, and I love the modularity that the L-Mount provides. So it'll be awesome to talk a little bit about that. And then Thursday, we're going to learn a little bit more about the Tamron lens lineup with our friend Bob. I believe we're going to be talking about using Tamron lenses for family and pictures with kiddos. So, it's not just a, hey, this is the Tamron line. It's a, these are the lenses that will help you achieve this. So there is some content that is baked in for you guys. And then finally, the Friday Focus, where I share the kind of the week's news articles, and that's also where we announce our winners. So if you do have any questions at all, you can reach out to us at sales@thepixelconnection.com. You can reach out on Instagram, Facebook, phone, any way that you want to reach out, we are here for you. So if anybody has any questions, now's your last chance. This is kind of like the last call at the end of the night. So if we have any, I'm expecting Freebird to start playing. I just don't want to get kicked off of Facebook like I did earlier last week. If nobody has any questions, Isaac, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it, my friend. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope that everyone has an awesome week.
Thanks, guys.